Some people only need to say one sentence and it ruins your whole day. Not because they are stronger than you, but because you've unknowingly handed them the key to your emotions. From that moment, you no longer live in your own reality, you live in the energy they created. Today, you take that key back. When you return to being the one who chooses, instead of the one who reacts, the entire universe within you shifts frequency, and the outer world must follow. When someone blurts out a careless remark and your heart instantly burns, it's not just your emotions being touched. It's the moment you step away from your center of power. Losing your calm is not a small thing. It's the moment you lose your power to create reality. Others may send a signal, but you are the one who decides whether that signal becomes a storm inside you or just a passing static. Each time you explode, you lose more than a few seconds. You lose energetic altitude, clarity, and self-mastery. You hand the steering wheel over to someone else. Your inner world determines the world you experience. When you're angry, you shut down the rational brain and trigger survival mode. You no longer see the full picture, you only see the threat. When you react instantly, you're not choosing your reality, you're repeating an old program. You live by memory, by wounds, by the same moments in the past when you lost control. And the sad truth is, in that very moment, the person who upset you is controlling you without even trying. In quantum physics, all possibilities exist until the observer chooses to look at one. In consciousness, it's the same. Every possible reaction exists, but you collapse into one version, the uncontrolled one or the calm one. The moment you pause, observe, and breathe, you reclaim all your power. You stand in the neutral space where you are no longer pulled by the low frequencies of others. You keep your right to choose. And when you keep that right, you keep your reality. Most people think strength means reacting fast. It doesn't. True strength is remaining at peace when tested. A warrior doesn't swing his sword at every sound. A mature consciousness doesn't shatter because of a single word. If others can adjust your emotional state, they are controlling you. If you keep your rhythm, you are controlling reality. Losing your temper means leaving the captain's seat of your inner ship. You hand the wheel to others and let them steer your emotions wherever they please. You step into their world instead of staying in yours. And each time that happens, you move further away from your highest self. Anger pulls you down to lower energy fields. Reacting too quickly makes you heavy, noisy, and disoriented. In that state, there is no creation, only defense. When you're angry, you stop building reality. You only resist it, and that is the most subtle form of slavery. Calmness is not weak silence. Calmness is absolute focus, the ability to hold your energy at its highest frequency, where wisdom speaks softly yet clearly, and vision stretches beyond any insult. The calm one influences far more than the one who shouts. Deep water always flows quietly. A deep mind is always still. No one can manipulate a heart that doesn't tremble. There will always be people who try to provoke, to trigger, to push you off your axis, not because they're evil, but because life uses them to test whether you've truly grown, whether you still react as before, or you now know how to pause, breathe, see, and choose. Every time you stay calm, you rise a level in consciousness. Every time you don't, you repeat the same class. Calmness is true freedom. When you're no longer pulled by the noise outside, you can hear the sound within. When you're no longer pushed by others' moods, you maintain your original frequency. And that frequency determines the path you walk, the relationships you attract, the opportunities you meet, and the quality of life you experience. No one can take your peace away. They only create waves. You choose whether to receive them or not. You choose to react or stay neutral. You choose to lose your axis or stand firm. An awakened one doesn't ask, why did they say that? They ask, why did I vibrate because of it? Others may trigger, but you are the one who flips the switch. Everything begins in a single second, a single breath, a single decision not to explode but to elevate, not to fall but to rise, not to act from instinct but from awareness. From the moment you stop giving anyone the power to control your emotions, you enter the realm of inner sovereignty. You are no longer the one being pulled, you are the one directing. No longer the one reacting, you are the one choosing. And when you choose right, reality changes color. A clear mind opens life. A steady heart calms the waves. A high vibration makes the lower ones unable to touch you. From this moment on, you no longer react, you create reality. You no longer lose your calm, you hold your inner universe at its rightful frequency. The world no longer has the right to touch your center. You don't need to win against anyone, you just need not to lose against yourself. This is power. This is freedom. This is the first step into a new reality. Now, you hold the key and you will never give it away again. There is a moment so small the naked eye cannot see it, yet it determines the entire destiny of your emotions. That moment lies between stimulus and response, between the words that heat your body and the reply that could shatter a peaceful day, between the explosion of instinct and the choice of awareness. Whoever controls this moment controls their life. Otherwise, you are just a leaf blown away by the winds of other people's emotions. The quantum pause principle is the art of reclaiming that power. One pause, one breath, one short gap, long enough for you to keep your awareness before being swept away. In quantum theory, all possibilities exist simultaneously until the observer chooses. In the mind, it's the same. Before you react, countless versions of you exist. The calm you, the uncontrolled you, the wise you, the you who falls back into old instincts. Quantum pause is the moment you stand at that crossroads and choose the better universe, not because you fear confrontation, but because you are strong enough not to be pulled down into a lower energetic plane. People think reacting fast is a sign of intelligence, but in truth, reacting slowly is the highest form of awareness. When you pause, you reclaim the brain. You shift your brain waves from fight mode to observation mode. You pull your energy back from the outside into your center. You return to the role of the operator instead of the victim of circumstance. The one who loses their temper believes they are asserting power, when in fact, they are proving that power belongs to someone else. A single sentence controlled them. A small action from another seized their heart. Quantum pause is the silent declaration that no one operates your emotions but you. Picture a familiar situation. Someone says something disrespectful. Instantly, your chest heats up, your head tightens, your mouth prepares to strike back. Just 1 second, if you give in, you step into a chaotic universe. But if you pause, stay silent inside, and observe the rising feeling without jumping into it, you keep yourself intact. You are like someone standing on the shore, watching the rushing water, but not diving in. In that second, you do not lose yourself. That is an invisible victory. Quantum pause is not avoidance, it is choosing the right moment to respond when your mind has settled. It is active, not passive. It is restrained power, not weak silence. In that moment of pause, something miraculous happens. Emotions stop leading you, thought illuminates, wisdom appears. Within it, there is dignity. Within it, there is vision. Within it, there is freedom. Because freedom is not doing whatever you want. True freedom is not being dragged by emotions to where you don't wish to go. Quantum pause is a gentle breath, inhaling as if reclaiming your power, exhaling as if releasing what is unworthy of entering your heart. Simple, subtle, yet as powerful as unlocking a gate. Many people live their whole lives not knowing they have the right to choose their reactions. They only know how to explode. They think when emotion comes, they must obey it. But emotion is only a wave. You are the ocean. Waves may rise high, but the ocean is always larger than the waves. In that pause, you do not suppress emotion. You simply refuse to let it drive. You quietly say within, I see this feeling, but I choose what happens next. Those who truly influence are not the ones who speak loudly. They are the ones whose inner space is so vast that nothing can push them. Quantum pause is that space. When you pause, others lose the power to shape your reactions. They no longer control your emotional universe. They no longer occupy your mental bandwidth. You stand in the silence of power. From there, your words come out sharp yet soft, firm yet light, not because you try, but because you arise from a higher frequency. Remember this: a person may win an argument yet lose themselves. A person may stay silent yet keep their energy intact. Silence has two kinds. One is weak suppression, the other is inner sovereignty. Quantum pause creates the latter. Practice this every day. Someone cuts you off, pause. A ridiculous insult, pause. A burning heat in your chest, pause. An old reflex wanting to burst, pause. Not to avoid, but to choose. Pause to keep your frequency. Pause to observe yourself. Pause to remember you are the creator of this reality. In that pause, you are like a mountain watching the clouds drift by. The clouds may be dark, may be heavy, but the mountain does not chase them. In a world that reacts fast, the one who knows how to pause is the truly strong one. This is not just emotional skill, it is energetic mastery, silent power, wordless clarity. If you don't pause, you are merely instinct. If you pause, you become consciousness. And when you are consciousness, you choose the luminous universe instead of falling into the dark pit of impulsivity. 1 second, one breath, one thought. That's all it takes to steady your being and redirect reality. Quantum pause is not a habit, it is a level of mind. The intersection of spirituality and psychology, of science and self-mastery, it transforms you from the one being triggered into the one operating the system. And if you master this, you don't just become calm, you become uncontrollable. Others may create waves, but you choose which sea to stand in. From here, you respond not to prove anything. You answer only when necessary. You speak less, but your words carry more depth. You don't seek to win over others, you simply refuse to lose yourself. Your inner universe keeps its rhythm, and the world must adjust to that rhythm. Begin now, in this very moment. Next time someone throws a spark at you, don't ignite. Pause, inhale, hold your axis, and look at them from the position of one who commands reality. Others react because they don't know they have a choice. You pause because you know you have infinite universes to choose from. And you choose the highest one, the universe, where you are calm, clear, free, and deep like a morning lake, unmoving yet reflective, effortless yet powerful, non-reactive yet victorious. Quantum pause is the doorway. You've seen it. Now, step through and live on the other side. There are no two identical fingerprints, and there are no two identical emotional frequencies. Each human being is an individual field of energy, woven from memories, experiences, pains, joys, beliefs, and the wounds they've never spoken of. So expecting someone to react like you, understand like you, or behave according to your standards is only a way of tying yourself to disappointment. You get angry with them because you believe you would never do that to them. But that is your illusion, not their fault. Your frequency is not their standard. Two minds that do not hold the same data cannot emit the same frequency. In quantum physics, two particles can exist in the same space yet vibrate differently. Humans are the same, living together, talking to each other, loving each other, yet not resonating at the same frequency. And when frequencies differ, behavior differs, reactions differ, rhythms of life differ. Someone may be short-tempered because they are living in a field of pressure and pain. Someone may seem indifferent because their heart closed long ago. Someone may appear distracted or careless, not because they're bad, but because they're simply trying not to fall apart. Everyone carries a story you do not know, just as you carry a wavelength no one fully understands. Therefore, don't expect others to act the way you imagine. Humans are not born to meet your expectations. They act according to their own energetic structure. When you understand this, you stop blaming them, you stop hurting yourself over differences. You realize that disappointment doesn't come from their actions, but from the image you built of them in your mind. When you attach expectations to someone, you place your heart in their hands, and when they don't match the script you imagined, you feel disappointed, not because they did wrong, but because you expected wrong. Different frequencies mean different behaviors, different mindsets, different priorities. Some people see life through pain, so they doubt. Some see through the need to be loved, so they cling. Some see through fear, so they control. Some see through freedom, so they stay silent and walk away when needed. Whatever level of energy one is on, that is how they live. Do not judge, just observe. Recognize it, so you don't fall into the emotional waves of others. People aren't disrespecting you, they're just living by their inner map. You're not being insulted, you're just tuned to the wrong frequency. True freedom is not wanting others to be like you. True freedom is allowing them to be different while your heart remains at peace. When you let go of the illusion that others must understand or act like you, you untie a great knot around your heart. You no longer feel hurt when someone doesn't do what you would. You stop asking why they aren't like you. You simply smile and realize that two waves out of phase cannot vibrate in the same amplitude. The intellectually intelligent react. The consciously intelligent simply adjust their own frequency instead of trying to change others' waves. Because you cannot pull someone upward if they're not ready, and you don't need to lower yourself just because you can't handle the gap. When frequencies are too far apart, silence is wisdom. Distance is respect. Don't try to fix them. Don't try to prove you're right. Don't try to make them understand. You just need to hold your own vibration steady, and the world will naturally decide who stays. In the moment you accept this truth, you stop fighting what doesn't belong to you. You learn to walk lightly, to see lightly, to let go lightly. Fewer expectations, more peace. Fewer demands, fewer disappointments. Acceptance widens the heart. And when the heart expands, energy strengthens. When energy strengthens, your wave rises higher, untouched by the lower ones around it. This is not indifference, this is maturity. Maturity means understanding that everyone has their own rhythm, and you don't need to chase anyone's rhythm or force anyone to follow yours. You only need to keep your rhythm clear, clean, deep, and steady. When you stand in the frequency of acceptance and observation instead of expectation and judgment, you enter a higher state. You no longer live from emotional scarcity, seeking others to fill you. You live from inner wholeness, And from there, your relationships become lighter, your emotions more stable, your life rhythm smoother. You move through the world like a still lake, not because there is no wind, but because no wind is strong enough to stir you. You've transcended a layer of awareness. But awareness is only the beginning. The next step is learning how to protect your energy before others freely step in and occupy that space. Because not only expectations disturb your peace, weak boundaries exhaust you too. So after understanding that frequencies differ, the next question is, how do you keep your energy from leaking away? That is the next lesson, gentle yet firm, kind yet impenetrable. And that is the art of setting boundaries in awakened consciousness. Let's continue. There are two silent forces that drive every conflict in human life. One is the ego that wants to be right. The other is the soul that wants peace. When the ego wins, you dive into arguments, proving, defending, trying to pull others into seeing the world as you do. When the soul wins, you smile, step back, and choose inner quiet over outer victory. And eventually, you notice something strange sometimes. Being right leaves a bitter taste, while accepting loss but keeping peace feels sweeter than any triumph. The ego craves applause, peace loves silence. The ego wants to win over others, peace only wants to win over itself. The ego needs proof, peace needs no validation. Yet life deceives us with the illusion that being right is power and being wrong is defeat. So we rush into meaningless battles, defending opinions as if defending our very lives, using energy to push instead of wisdom to release. There are times you argue until exhaustion, finally proving you are right. But how does it feel? Empty, tense, a drain of energy in your chest. You won the logic, but lost the stillness. In contrast, there are moments you remain silent, not out of fear, but out of understanding that pulling someone who isn't ready up to your level of awareness is an act of waste. You smile, you stay quiet, and suddenly your heart feels light like wind brushing the mountain peaks. That is not defeat. That is the silent victory of wisdom. In quantum mechanics, wherever energy focuses, reality unfolds. If you channel your energy into debating right and wrong, you step into a universe of opposition. If you channel it into maintaining peace, you enter a universe of stability and clarity. Both doors are always there. You are the one who chooses. The ego and peace cannot sit in the driver's seat together. One must yield. When the ego drives, the heart contracts. When peace drives, the heart expands. A person may be intelligent, sharp in argument, yet still lose because they cannot master their ego. Meanwhile, one who stays silent at the right time is mightier than 1,000 lines of defense. Do not mistake this. Not every silence is noble. The silence of weakness is different from the silence of insight. One is swallowing anger. The other simply doesn't need to fight. One fears the waves. The other knows it is the ocean. Many think they must speak to earn respect, but the highest form of respect comes from presence, not volume. The more someone needs to prove, the more insecure they are. The more serene one becomes, the harder they are to shake. Peace is not compromise. Peace is inner strength, knowing the truth, yet feeling no need to argue. Knowing reality, yet having no urge to show it. Knowing others' limits without forcing them past it. So, how do you keep the ego from taking over? By asking yourself one question before every reaction. Do I choose to be right, or do I choose peace? A small question with immense effect. When you pause to ask, you activate the inner observer. Instantly, you rise above instinct. Then you watch your emotion rise like a cloud. It will dissolve if you don't cling to it. Emotion itself doesn't hurt. Holding on to it does. When you learn to release the need to be right, you open the door to the energy of wisdom. From there, peace becomes the invisible shield protecting you from emotional storms. In truth, the one who wins is not the one who speaks over others, but the one who walks away without a heavy heart. You don't need to fight every battle you're invited to. Not every conflict deserves your fire. Not everyone deserves your energy of proving. And once you understand that, you step into a higher tier of living light, yet deep, calm, yet strong, quiet, yet radiant. But letting go of the ego is not the only path to peace. For peace to be lasting, your energy must be protected. Even a calm heart can be swept away if its energetic boundaries are too thin. After choosing peace, you must learn to build inner walls, not to separate from the world, but to keep the world from invading you. That is the art of boundaries. And if you truly wish to keep your peace, you will need to learn how to set them. The next step lies there in the ability to say no at the right time, in the discipline of safeguarding your energy field, and in the courage to keep distance from what exhausts your heart. Let's continue. We are about to step into the realm of boundaries and inner sovereignty. No one will protect your energy if you don't. Every time you reluctantly agree to something you don't want, you lose more than time you lose yourself. A person who doesn't know how to say no will always be pulled into the rhythm of others' lives. A person without boundaries will always end up exhausted in the role of the nice one. You were not born to be a container for other people's expectations. You are not an emotional cushion for anyone to unload their fatigue onto. You have the right to choose, and that right begins with one short but sharp word: no. When you dare to say no, you send a clear signal to the universe. I am the one who governs my own energy field. Not everyone's need requires my presence. Not everyone's struggle is mine to carry. Not everyone's wish is mine to fulfill. Many fear saying no because they think it makes them selfish. But in truth, those who can't refuse are the ones betraying themselves. Being kind does not mean being controllable. Being good does not mean erasing yourself. Living with compassion does not mean offering your energy as a free resource for everyone to use. You may love others deeply, but you must never abandon yourself. Your personal energy field works like an immune system. The weaker the boundaries, the easier the intrusion. The weaker your ability to refuse, the easier you are to exploit. Learning to say no is not about creating distance. It's about preserving wholeness. Look at reality. How many times have you said yes just because you didn't want someone to feel bad? How many times have you nodded just to avoid being seen as selfish? How many times have you tried to please just to feel loved or accepted? And how many times afterward did you lie down, drained, empty inside? That is the price of trading peace for a fleeting avoidance of guilt. One well-timed no saves your life force. One firm no keeps your inner light intact. When you say no, you are not closing the door on anyone. You're simply keeping the door of your soul shut against cold winds. And here's the truth. Those meant to stay in your life will respect the boundaries you set. Those who leave because you stopped bending to their will were never meant to walk far with you. Losing them isn't loss. Losing them is liberation. In quantum physics, a stable energy field can only exist when it isn't constantly invaded. Humans are the same. You need space to recharge, to listen to yourself, to maintain a clean frequency. That space is protected by the word no. Not hard, but clear. Not defiant, but self-respecting. Not cold, but self-aware. One straightforward sentence can save you from a month of exhaustion. One rightful refusal prevents you from burning energy on those who don't value it. And when you preserve your field, you enter life with a powerful presence. You don't need to speak loudly, your energy speaks for you. Others won't dare cross your line unless you allow them. That is silent strength. A person with boundaries is a free person, free from expectations, free from the pressure to please, free from the performance of excessive politeness, free from unnecessary meetings, free from promises that shouldn't be made, free to choose the path that feels right to their heart. But the power to say no doesn't only protect you from others who drain you, it prepares you for the next level. Once the heart has learned boundaries, a deeper challenge appears not from the outside, but from within. Because beyond physical and emotional boundaries lies a subtler gate, the gate of words. Many can maintain distance, can refuse requests, but still get trapped by the habit of reacting through speech. Words are energy. When used wrongly, they leak inner power. When spoken excessively, they dilute the energy field. When over-explained, they hand away authority. That's why after learning to say no, the next lesson is learning to stay silent in the right moments. Silence, not because you have nothing to say, but because you don't need to say everything you think. That is the art of preserving energy through words. And that is the next lesson, the Gentleman Warrior. Use fewer words, hold more power. Let peace walk hand in hand with presence. Now we move deeper into the realm of words and silence, the level where power needs no volume, only presence. Keep going, the higher state awaits. Silence is not the absence of words. Silence is where energy rises. The weak use, volume. The strong use, stillness. When you no longer need to rush to respond, no longer need to prove yourself, no longer need to speak just to be heard, your mind has already transcended the lower field of the ego. A person who understands the power of silence doesn't need to claim a voice because their presence already speaks. In quantum theory, emptiness is not void, it contains infinite potential. In the human mind, silence is the same. It's where awareness sharpens, frequency elevates, and the true self becomes visible. When you stay silent in the midst of conflict, you step out of the chaotic energy field. When you pause in silence before answering, you retain the right to choose your response. When you remain silent while being verbally attacked, you deny your opponent access to your energy. That is not retreat, it is sovereignty. Many people think silence means losing. But you lose only when you lose yourself, not when you don't speak. The ego craves noise, peace craves emptiness. When you can stay silent amid waves of provocation, you no longer need to prove power, you are power. Your silence makes others hear their own voices so loudly that it becomes uncomfortable. And that's when they realize they've been speaking to themselves, not to you. Not everyone is brave enough to be silent, because silence forces you to face yourself with no sound to hide behind, no words to escape into, only truth standing before you. Yet precisely because of that, silence is purification. It filters thoughts, emotions, and motives. One who learns silence is no longer a victim of reaction. They become the architect of their inner reality. When you are silent, your energy consolidates. When you refuse to be dragged into pointless debates, your mind stays clean. Deep within silence, you hear your own rhythm instead of the noise of the world. And then something miraculous happens when the inside is calm. The outside world loses its power to disturb you. You are no longer manipulated by praise or criticism, love or hate, right or wrong. Others may speak from their level, but your heart chooses a higher frequency. That is true freedom. A person who talks too much easily reveals their weakness. One who speaks little but with clarity strikes deeper than volume ever could. Energy doesn't leak. Every word carries weight. The sages of old were not silent because they lacked words, but because they saw that most words add no value, only noise. And the noisier life becomes, the more draining it is. Silence does not cut communication, it elevates it. Those who understand silence speak only what is necessary at the right time with awareness and depth. Their words are few but piercing, soft yet profound. Often a single sentence from them carries more impact than 10 from others. Silence is also a test of mastery. When someone insults you and you don't respond, you've just proven you're greater than that emotion. When someone tries to drag you into drama and you simply smile and walk past, you've protected your energy field from being pulled down. When someone pressures you to react and you still keep your pace steady, you are in control of the game. Silence is the gateway of power. The fearful avoid silence because they fear the void. The grounded embrace silence because they know that within the void lies strength. And just as a quantum particle only takes form under observation, silence allows your spiritual reality to crystallize before any word leaves your mouth. Every time you stay silent in the right moment, you place yourself in the seat of the observer rather than the reactor. You rise above the waves. You watch without being pulled. But silence is only one side of power. The other side is discernment. Silence is containment. Choosing words is release. Not always silent, not always speaking. Power lies in knowing when to use which. An awakened warrior does not talk much, does not react fast, does not let others' words shake their balance. But when they do speak, every word hits with precision like an arrow straight to the center. No excess, no deviation, no noise, only truth. When you master silence, you begin to sense subtler energies. You perceive what others cannot see. You hear what others cannot hear. You feel shifts in the air before they turn into words. And you can distinguish between love and manipulation, between unconsciousness and wisdom. Silence opens the doorway to higher awareness. But awareness is not just for stillness, it is for choice. And before you step into the final part, carry this truth with you. Not everyone deserves to hear your entire heart. Not every emotion deserves to be spoken. Not every thought deserves to become words. Silence gives you energy. Discernment gives your words power. And the next step is to merge them both. When deep silence and sharp speech unite, you begin to create reality through consciousness, not instinct. We are reaching the core from controlling reactions, mastering frequencies, choosing peace, building boundaries, keeping silence. Now comes the highest layer, the one who not only preserves energy, but elevates it and lives as a source of light. Let's go further. The final chapter will open the depths of awakened presence. Anger doesn't just distort your voice, it distorts your soul. It throws your heartbeat off rhythm, shortens your breath, and pulls your awareness down to the level of instinct. In moments of rage, you are not creating reality. Reality is controlling you. Letting go of anger is not an act of weakness. It is the act of someone who can see beyond a small battle. Someone who understands that uncontrolled emotions become the ropes dragging you into lower frequencies. When you let go, you do not lose. You win the most important war, the war against your old reactions. Anger is excess energy trapped inside. Like static electricity unable to discharge, it vibrates at a low frequency, pulling you towards situations that match it. The more you hold on to anger, the more The universe sends people and events that keep your bitterness alive, as if reality itself were mirroring back what you haven't yet transformed. Nothing is punishing you, it's just energy working according to natural law, like frequencies attract. To change the world around you, you must first change the frequency within. Letting go does not mean forgetting. Letting go does not mean pretending wrongs never happened. Letting go means choosing not to let the wound control your life for another minute. You may remember what happened, but you no longer live inside its emotion, like looking at an old room, knowing you once stayed there, but now you've stepped into a wider light. Those who once hurt you have already played their role in your awakening. There is no need to carry them any further. Think of anger as a hot stone in your hand. You can hold it to prove you were hurt, or you can drop it to let your skin heal. The strong are not those who hold the stone the longest. The strong are those who drop it first, because they value their skin more than their resentment. In quantum terms, higher states cannot emerge in heavy systems. New energy can only flow into empty space. When you let go, you create room for higher frequencies to enter. Peace doesn't come from everything being perfect. Peace comes from not letting imperfection disturb your inner world. That is the deepest form of freedom, freedom from others, and more importantly, freedom from your reactive self. Breath is the first doorway to release. When you inhale, you take in new energy. When you exhale, you invite the old to leave. Try it, breathe in softly, breathe out slowly. In that breath, you are resetting your emotional waves. You are telling your heart, I choose peace. Breath is the bridge between the physical and the spiritual. Every breath is an answer, a declaration of energy. The more conscious you are, the clearer your mind becomes. The more you relax, the more the universe opens. Many think letting go is weakness, but look at the bamboo. It bends when the wind rises. It moves, but it does not break. That softness is not weakness, it is wisdom. Hard rocks crack, hard hearts fracture. When you learn to be flexible, you stop fighting with life and life stops fighting with you. Peace isn't granted. It's cultivated through countless moments when you choose not to respond from a lower level. You don't need anyone's apology to be at peace. You don't need circumstances to change for you to feel free. Freedom is inner strength. Forgiveness is not a gift to others, it's a gift to your own heart. Don't wait for someone else to change before you can breathe again. They have their journey. You have yours. You cannot fly if you keep carrying the invisible stones of old wounds. When you let go of anger, you don't end the story, you write a new chapter. The chapter of energetic maturity, of one who no longer reacts from the wound, but responds from wisdom. Of one who understands that sometimes the strongest moment is not when you shout, but when you smile and walk away. Power is not noise. Power is the stillness within when the world around you trembles. And when you enter that state, your thoughts grow clear, your intuition expands, your heart widens like the sky not grasping for the wind, just allowing it to pass. Everything arrives gently. Everything leaves quietly. You see life as a flowing river, not clinging, not resisting, simply moving with your own current of light. No one can drag you into battles they created. No words can shake you anymore, because your frequency has risen beyond the reach of noise. This is the final gate for those who wish to master their emotions, the gate of release. Beyond it lies lightness. Beyond it lies freedom. Beyond it lies your highest self. And right now, you can begin. No ceremony required, just one decision, One breath, one quiet sentence. I will not carry this anymore, and you put it down, light as a falling leaf, soft as sunlight, natural as the sunrise. No one is born peaceful. Peace is something you forge through each choice, each breath, each moment you refuse to let the outer world rule your inner one. You've walked this journey with me, not to become cold, but to become sovereign, not to avoid emotion, but to face it and choose the higher vibration. You've learned how to pause, how to choose a brighter reality, how to honor your own frequency, how to set the ego aside so peace can lead, how to protect your energy field, how to stay silent at the right moments, and finally, how to free yourself from the weight of the past. This is not just emotional skill, it is the evolution of consciousness. Great change doesn't come when you defeat someone else, it comes when you defeat your old self. And from this moment on, you have the power to choose a higher state whenever your heart trembles. You don't need to be perfect, only to remember that you always have the right to choose again. Every time you choose peace, you climb one rung higher on the ladder of awareness. Every time you remain silent at the right moment, you prevent energy from leaking. Every time you release anger, you raise your vibration. And every time you choose self-love, you open the door to your most matured version. Keep the rhythm of your heart steady. Keep your energy field clear. And remember, you are not alone. This world is full of people also learning to breathe deeper, to stand firm, to release, to shine just like you. If these words touched you, if one sentence made your heart lighter, or helped you see your path more clearly, share this video with someone you know who is silently fighting their own inner battles. One word, one sound, one spark of light can help someone rise again. Peace spreads when someone begins. And today, that someone is you. See you in the next journey. We will go further, deeper, lighter, because your soul still holds many layers of light waiting to be awakened. Keep walking, keep breathing, keep choosing peace, and let the light within you speak the rest.